Oh boy. Whew. What a day. What a day. What a day. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here. As always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I have literally pretty much, for the most part, been in my workshop all day long. Man, I'm trying to get the red brick house. I'm trying to get the occupancy inspections done by Memorial Weekend, so that way we could actually be moving in there, which is a tall tale. And if you look at the house, most people are like, you're crazy. There's no way in hell. I just started the plumbing waste lines, and I've got one bathroom tied in. When I get back down there next week, I'll get all the waste lines in and then start running the supply lines, and hopefully I can get that stuff done and inspected by the end of the week, in which case then I can start getting some more of the stuff done. But throwing a wrench into this is 3 weeks from now, we'll be on our way back from Kansas City. So basically that's a week of time that I'm not going to be able to work on it. Because we'll leave on Wednesday, the draft is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we'll drive back after the draft on Saturday and get back home Sunday. And sometimes I bite off more than I can chew, but I usually have a way of kind of making things happen when it least seems like it's even possible. So I'm definitely up to the challenge, and I've been in the workshop because I've got all of this, instead of going out and just buying cabinets or just going out and buying lumber and building the cabinets, I am taking old wood and reclaiming it from the red brick house to build the cabinets, which is going to make it more time it's going to take to do it. But the wood is priceless, and the wood belongs being a showpiece for the red brick house, because quite frankly, you know, it is the red brick house and there's no place like it. So I'm going to do my damnedest to get it done. Anyway. An article by Blogging the Boys, or is it Inside the Star? I can't remember which one of them. But in this article, it said, get used to Zay Flowers and Darnell Washington. That those are two guys that the Cowboys are definitely intrigued about and want to have them on their roster. Didn't say where they were going to draft them and all that. You know, don't draft a tight end in the first round. Some people say Darnell Washington will probably be gone by the time the second round comes around. Zay Flowers is fast, but he's tiny. Zay Flowers, 5'9" and like 182 pounds. Kind of like a fast Wes Walker, I guess you could say. Wide receiver. I worry about guys that are that small. Can they take a hit? Although, here's one thing I will say about guys that are small like that. Because they're small like that, they just bounce around like a pinball, and it doesn't affect them. See, you think about it, you know, somebody who's like a fat ass like me, when I get hit, that weight that's grounded, you know, that whole thing gets torn and twisted all over the place. You know, when a guy's that small, it's like my first college roommate, David, was 6'3" and 120 pounds. When we went outside, you know, to D-Hall, you know, on a windy day, we'd have to put a string on him. He was like a kite. He just flies all over the place. And so that's one thing about small guys. They get hit, they just fly all over the place. There's no problem. It's not that bad. So you got him. He's small. And then you got Darnell Washington, who's like 6'7". So we're talking about 10 inches of difference in height. Big, physical guy. Strong. It reminds me, and see, only you old people will get this reference. You'll get this reference. Mutt and Jeff. How many of you know about Mutt and Jeff? Mutt and Jeff was one of those early cartoons from like the early 1900s. I think like 1902 or 1907. And Mutt and Jeff, there was a short guy and this really tall guy. And it was a comedy. It's a Mutt and Jeff. I can't remember which was with. I think Mutt was the short one. But he had like the guy from Monopoly hat is what he usually wore and stuff. But anyway, that's literally like the Cowboys would be getting Mutt and Jeff. I wouldn't be opposed to that. In fact, I would dare say, if the choice would be Bijan Robinson or getting Flowers and Washington, I think I would rather have a tight end and another wide receiver weapon and a guard. Don't forget the guard. I think the Cowboys, if the Cowboys were able to get an upgrade on tight end, get themselves a legitimate starter at guard, and get another weapon at wide receiver, I have no fear that this would not be the number one offensive football. I honestly believe if they did those three things, they'd be unstoppable. And if they get that defensive tackle, that's an immovable force. I'd have to say that the Cowboys would be, the gap would be closed between them and the Eagles. And I dare say the Cowboys would be stepping in front of the Eagles. Call me crazy, Mark. I don't care. But I really and truly believe that. Yeah. I think it's definitely a possibility. I can't wait to get to go into the draft. I have been working so hard trying to get this project done. The red brick house. And it's been so fulfilling seeing it change, see it progress. Remembering the first time that I went into the place and the partition walls, how dark it was, the boarded up windows, how you had to be careful when you stepped on the floor because, it could collapse. The brick with the holes in the wall and falling off. Kitchen roof leaking. There was something so cool yesterday about being in the attic, putting down all those boards in the attic. And it was cool just looking from one end to the other and looking at the chimneys and things. And it was pouring rain out. But hearing the rain on the metal roof and seeing that it's dry inside, it's just such a great feeling. And feeling like you accomplished something. Maybe it's silly. Maybe it's just silly, but so many people have said it's impossible. It's too much work. You can't do it. Hell, a dude who's dedicated a whole channel to saying, that I'm going to get killed in there, or I'm a handyman and can't get it done. But when I spent the day taking these boards that most people would have thrown away or taken to the dump, spent the day just pulling out those nails on it and then running them through the thickness sander and seeing the beauty that's in there. I can't explain the feeling that you get, the feeling of joy and accomplishment that I feel. Well, maybe I'm crazy, but it does make me happy. Makes me tired too, but definitely makes me happy. I wish I had more time. All right, good people. Today was a good day. And remember, tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. God willing, tomorrow's another day and another opportunity to get yourself further ahead. And I plan on doing just that. See you then. Peace.